Very well. Let us call this eyewitness to the stand. Is it gonna be Aang? Who you? Who you? Oh, you're the lizard-eating dude! Who are you? Still don't know who that is! It's him again. It's Larry! Well, no. He has to be the shaggiest witness I have ever laid eyes upon. Here we go. Straight into it. May 11th, 9:40 a.m., High Court of Kurin accused lobby. Always the accused. Never the defendant. Wasn't able to find any conclusive evidence yesterday. But if I can figure out Lady Kira's motive for threatening the High Priest, then maybe...
Nick, hey, well...
Don't look so down, Maya. I'm going to defend you with everything I've got. And then I'll kill you. Because I hate you so much. I hate you.
You would do well to cease this insanity while you still can.
I knew it was you. You're melting butterfly. As I said yesterday, I'm going to defend my client in court.
Well, know this. You shall not witness a miracle of the sort that occurred last time. The moment she is found guilty, you, too, will be found guilty of abetting the accused.
Never claimed to be a miracle maker, but I am good at discovering the truth. And unlike miracles, the truth is always waiting to be found.
The truth, you say? Then it seems you have chosen your fate. This shall be your very last trial. Hank.
Going to prove you innocent, Maya. You'll see. After all, you have to introduce the plumbed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm to the folks back home, right?
Right!
Of course. I hate you!
I may be a defendant this time.
Again. For the 10th time.
I'll be by your side like always, Nick.
Thanks, Mia. You could be by my side by stuffing yourself into that fishbowl over there. Why is there even a fishbowl? What is up with the fishbowl? This place is tough on lawyers. I'll need all the help I can get. Plus, it's always good to have you on the team. No, it's not. It's a drain on my sanity. Well, it's time. Let's go. I hate you. Please go away. May 11th. High Court of Kurin. Hello, Your Honor. I forgot I put myself in the lobster suit. Let the trial of Maya Fey begin. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. Huh? Quiet! Can't you see Prosecutor Samadi is absorbed in silent prayer? Great. The trial's barely started, and the judge is already mad at me.
It's very devout for a prosecutor.
Why are you here? Go away! Why is the accused standing over there? I don't know. Please put her in jail again? Put her in a box and make her leave me alone, please!
Oh, well...
Your Majesty, in addition to being the accused, she is also my assistant.
The accused is your assistant, you say?
Can we please kill her already?
Very well then. A criminal does indeed make a fitting partner to a lawyer with a defiled soul.
I don't want to die for this chick. Please, just let her die alone. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, well, that mouthing lawyer seems to be a custom of sorts here in Kirin.
I must say, I am surprised to see you still here in Kirin, Mr. Wright. And even more so to find you in the Hall of Justice once more. I cannot fathom why you would willingly risk.
Yes, you're turning into Albert Thud. That's what's happening.
You would willingly risk your life in yet another trial.
The answer is simple, Your Majesty. I'm a lawyer, and this is what lawyers do. Although, to be frank, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now, and leave her to die, please.
Foolishness. Prosecutor Samani! Are you ready to begin now?
Yes, Your Majesty. Prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. But first, I promise you both this. I will cast your wicked souls into the fires of hell. Thus shall the soul of the victim attain salvation.
Splendid. I would expect nothing less of you, Prosecutor Samani.
You see the victim's soul, Prosecutor Smotty?
Punish the wicked lawyer who dares to stop these last rites! I think I'll pass on the whole fire and brimstone deal. But I'm not surprised by your words or stance considering what Apollo's told me about you.
No, it wasn't you who instilled that putrid lordly guile within him.
Putrid... what?
He, too, must soon face the fires, lest his soul be lost to redemption. But I shall send you on ahead, that he will not be lonely when he arrives.
Sorry, but I'm afraid it won't be that easy. People say I never know when to give up. Nervous? Nervous, Maya?
Little.
Feels like it's been ages since we stood side by side like this in court. Yeah, and it's not been long enough. Please go away!
Too bad I'm the defendant.
Don't worry. We haven't lost the case together yet.
You're right! Let's get this everything we've got, Nick!
Are we forgetting about the one where you got kidnapped and nearly killed because I made the dude guilty?
Now then, Prosecutor Samani, would you please explain the case at hand?
Of course, Your Majesty. Let us begin the last rites of the victim. Maya Fey has been charged with the crime of murder. The victim of her heinous crime was to rest in me. He was conducting the purification rite when he was brutally slain.
The cause of death?
Let us review the victim's autopsy report and the crime scene photo, shall we? The cause of death was blood loss from a stab wound delivered to the ottoman. The murder weapon was likely the warbird dagger, which was used in the rite. However, the weapon has yet to be found, though the scene was thoroughly searched.
The sacred relic used as a tool of murder. The Holy Mother's wrath shall be most severe.
The murder itself took place at the height of the purification rite. The accused had donned Lady Kira's sacred robes. The victim was there to offer prayers as a high priest of Kiranism. During the rite, the victim and the accused were the only two at the inner sanctum. Therefore, the only person who could have slain the victim, Maya Fey.
I must say, that does cast a great deal of suspicion upon the accused.
Indeed. Now then, allow me to submit this diagram of the crime scene as evidence in this case.
Inner sanctum diagram add to the court record.
In Kiranism, slaying a priest is a sin most grave and dreadful. As such, Mayafe's soul shall be plunged into the lowest level of hell. The hell of tickling.
The hell of tickling? What?
There, she shall be tickled without end for 500 million years.
It's not grave enough, man. The hell of tickling? What? What?
That is a terrible fate indeed. Would the defense care to respond?
I don't see how tickling is a punishment, really. And here I thought the lowest level of hell was the hell of back pain.
I don't remember killing anyone, and I don't have that dagger or anything like that. Like it.
Like that, whatever. As my client stated, she has no memory of the event as described by the prosecution. But more importantly, she had no motive to kill the high priest in the first place.
Objection.
I thought you might say that. Nevertheless, meaningless prattle of lawyers is utterly ineffectual here in the Hall of Justice. All will be made clear by her benevolence, Rafa Padma Kurin's insights.
So it is, and so it shall be. The divination seance reveals the truth for all to see.
Okay, why are we rhyming now? What happened to phone booth? Here we go again.
Bailiff, please show in the royal priestess.
Hi, Rafa. How you doing, brat?
It's Princess Rafa. Oh, how beautiful her benevolence looks again today.
Glory to the Holy Mother for this blessed day. Popular as ever, I see.
Rest assured, good people of Kirin, I will defeat this murderer and her abettor. They shall not escape on their freedom express today.
What a joy it is to have the royal priestess back in the Hall of Justice. May the Holy Mother grant us her divine favor. Daira Corinne.
Diara. Coraine. It's Coraine. I've been saying it wrong this whole time. She sure looks pleased with herself. Especially for someone who didn't know what a Freedom Express was until yesterday.
Is there something stuck to my face, barbed head?
No. Nothing, your benevolence.
Now then, your benevolence. The divination seance, if you please.
Very well. Nana, my robe.
What's the point of even bringing the staff if she's just gonna take it away? What's the point of the staff?
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Here we go with the long freaking dance again. Fun. How long is this dance again? Hi, Papaya. You can skip it? Oh. I thought if I skipped it, I would end up skipping the memory. Anything else of me? Wind. Incense. Well, that's...
The victim's Mortimer has spoken. The divination seance is complete.
Right. Another clearly incriminating seance vision. Amazing. Awesome. What? Marima?
Could not be any clearer, O foul defense. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira and then attacked the victim.
Oh, how very terrible it must have been. The figure of Lady Kira lit against the dim lantern light. The scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. One can almost sense the horror Abbot Imbi must have felt.
Facts are presented by her benevolence as indisputable.
But that wasn't me! Do something, Nick!
I'm working on it. Couldn't have been any clearer. Looks like I'm in for another uphill battle.
The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite.
Come to think of it, Rite's Guide explains the multi-part purification rite in detail. The transformation rite. The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robe of Lady Kira. The rite of water. Lady Kira enters the spring and the high priest purifies her along with her dagger. The rite of fire. The priestess circles the sacred flames that purify her soul.
Indeed. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite. The rite dictates the high priest stand in front of the spring. Therefore, the accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern. Well, Barbton, would you care to object?
Of course, because I know my client is innocent.
So you say. You truly do not know when you were beaten, do you?
I managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again.
You intend to find fault with her benevolence's insight yet again. It would seem lawyers are Pulkunin creatures indeed.
Pulkunin? Look at that Pulkunin! 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 What is a Pulkunin? What is exactly is a Pulkunin? Midama. Not a Marima. It's a Midama. They're so close together! You know I'm terrible with calling things that I don't know! This is the same issue I had with Bayaka. Bayaka. The same issue I had with him. Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak. They can call me anything they want. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth.
Go, Barbed Head. Are you foolish enough to risk your life for your so-called truth? Because my insights are the truth. To deny them is to willingly dig your own grave.
I've already done it, though. I've already, questioned your insight before, so... Reifa's insight.
The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. As his life blood spilled over, his vision dimmed until finally he passed from our world. That is everything the victim experienced in his final moments.
Inner sanctum diagram of the court record.
Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head-on. The brutal stabbing she perpetrated could not have been any clearer.
Yes, it is plain for all to see. No, it wasn't me! A sudden drowsiness came over me during the transformation rites. I didn't even get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robe.
You waste our time with such meaningless statements, accused. You cannot explain away the truths revealed by the royal priestess' divine insight.
Oh, how did you end up finding contradictions last time?
Know how to find the contradictions, Maya. Go away. The deceased's final moments include all 5 senses.
Oh, you mean those words that appear in the pool of souls? Looked to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, too. Sensations themselves are never wrong. Only their interpretations. That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Reifa's insights the last time.
So there could be contradictions between the habit in me... what habit in me felt and her insights, huh?
You got it. And I'm going to find them this time, too. Should I check how to point out contradictions in Reifa's insights? I'm okay, I know how! Yeah, I remember how it works. Still, sensations this time seem to fluctuate more than the ones from Albie's trial. In which case, I better keep an eye on changes in their intensity, too. Okay, time to point out the sensations that contradict the insights.
Victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra.
You only bowed to 2 of them, though. What about the other 2? I think this is it. He lowered it, but he didn't hear the footsteps or the incense yet.
Objection!
Oh, I'm wrong. Your benevolence. Isn't this statement inconsistent with the vision?
Inconsistent. Think not.
Exactly. That's what the inconsistency lies. Dang it!
No, I believe it is in the defense's thought process that the inconsistency lies.
But he didn't hear the footsteps or the incense until after he lowered the sutra. What is it, Mia?
I'm still trying to figure this whole insight thing out. When the words change size, it means the intensity of those sensations is changing too, right?
That's what it looks like to me.
So then, that's probably something we should keep an eye on too.
Shut up. Changes that shouldn't take place. Yeah, yep.
And changes that don't occur when they should.
A very perspective. Shut up, Mia. Compare the vision to the insights while looking at the change. Incense. Oh, it's in here. The footsteps didn't change at all.
Objection!
Is that it? Okay, I think I found it. The victim supposedly heard the accused approaching footsteps. But did he really?
What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear?
No, it's not. Because there's something strange about those footsteps.
Strange. Explain yourself, barbed head.
The footsteps are strange because the timing doesn't make sense. They don't get louder. They're not getting any louder.
Why exactly does that matter?
Please focus your attention on the incense the victim smelled. The scent grows stronger as the accused approaches. If the accused really had approached the victim, the sound of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of incense grew stronger.
Why, that makes perfect sense. How can this be explained, your benevolence?
Well, there must be a reason.
Objection!
It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will turn.
What does that even mean?
He's not exactly singing your praises, that's for sure.
Still, you cannot discount this information solely on account of this lordly source. Your benevolence. Perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's Midima.
Midima. Listen more carefully. What's he talking about?
Yes, it would appear so. I shall try to refine the sensation.
Refine the sensation?
I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my communication with the Midima.
I didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before?
By refining a sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered.
Oh, blessed Midima, I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call.
Bells.
Bells?
Footsteps changed to bells? What could this mean?
Bells. Only bells at the scene of the crime were.
Ah! That jingling must have came from Abbot Inmi's bells!
You mean those big things he had on his ankles?
Well, there you have it. The sound of bells was from the high priest's own footsteps.
Then that means...
If the footsteps belonged to the victim himself. The dagger's not there. The dagger would be there if it really was the murder weapon, but I think he backed up and ended up skewering himself on the warbid statue. Because it's got the same shape as the warbid How do we know it wasn't from behind? It was just an abominable wound. Did it go all the way through? Autopsy doesn't say if it does. The footsteps belong to the victim himself. It means it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. The victim was the one who went running toward the broken lantern from the spring. A far cry from her benevolence's insight, which would have us believe. Inner sanctum diagram updated in the court record.
But why would the victim have approached the accused?
Maybe he was trying to defend himself.
Please explain.
He could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with a dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked.
Still, your voices. This is nothing but a theory and a problem with that. Be not led astray by this lawyer's obvious oscillation.
While his insolence is inexcusable, I would ask that you calm yourself, your benevolence.
Is there something you would care to say, Prosecutor Samadhi?
Even if it was Abbot Inby who moved, it does not negate the accused crime.
What do you mean?
The accused was likely waiting for the high priest to approach. And as he neared, she plunged the dagger into him. It is as simple as that.
Oh, right. Really doesn't change much, does it?
Yes, it is as the prosecutor has said. In fact, it is as I meant to say all along as well.
Right! And that's why you were so shocked when you first heard it.
Understand now, lawyer? That contradiction you conjured up has come to naught. Once I hone my insights, it will vanish like the dying rays of the sun.
Insight revised. You rush the accused and try to fight her off by the broken lantern.
See? The fact that it was Abbot in me who moved changes nothing.
Come on, Phoenix, you gotta keep your cool. Contradiction I pointed out must mean something. That one sensation changed after Princess Rafa refined her vision. It stands to reason that something else might have changed too because of the refinement. I should focus on any sensations that have changed, while searching for more contradictions between them and her insights. And water. Wait, what? Water? Okay, back up. Back it up. Hey! Need to pause.
Objection!
Okay, water. Hold it. How do we know the purification rite was performed exactly as it was supposed to be?
That's easy. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbot in me would have adhered to them.
Well, that's strange.
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain just what is so strange?
Yes, I would ask you to consider the sound of the victim's footsteps. The sound of bells changes to the sound of water at one point.
What's this?
It's simple. The victim must have stepped in some water.
Oh,
Yes, and the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. And therein lies the contradiction.
What contradiction. I believe the rites started out as it should have. The victim stood with his back to the spring, and the accused stood right in front of him. But we now know the victim then moved into the spring.
Palaka! That is absurd!
That means the accused's location differs from what her benevolence's insight indicates.
Then, where do you propose the accused stood once she donned Lady Kira's robes?
Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Mia was standing here. I think Callie, she was standing right here, wouldn't she?
Do you really believe the accused was standing there?
No, when you say it that way, Your Majesty.
Keep making sloppy statements like that, Mr. Wright, and I'll have your tongue.
Please don't take my tongue, take Mia's. He's anything but the chop-chop. That's interesting.
Then let's have an actual answer out of you. Where do you believe the accused was actually standing?
Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Mia was standing here. We find in the spring. You happy? Until this moment, we've all just assumed that Abbott, Inmi, and Miss Faye were standing there where they were supposed to be. As soon as shown in this rite guide. In short, the victim should have been standing with his back to the spring and the accused in front. However, if that is how they really were standing, he wouldn't have stepped into the spring as he approached her. The problem is, the victim did step into the spring. This can only mean that Miss Faye was actually been standing in the water.
But if this is true, then the positions would have been completely reversed.
Inner sanctum diagram updating the court record.
What is going on here, Miss Faye? Were you really standing in the spring?
I'm sorry, but I barely remember anything about the rites.
The High Priest would never make such an obvious blunder during a rite.
What on earth? Is that even possible? Be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights.
It doesn't?
Let us say the accused was standing in the spring. So what?
So what? This completely reverses their position is what?
That their position is different from what is customary is rather curious. However, what does that change? It certainly does not erase the accused's brutal crime.
I guess you have a point there.
You lawyers are an absurd breed. Never thinking ahead, you cling to the first insignificant contradiction you can muster.
Erk.
Sounds like Princess Rape?
Yes, Prince.
Sounds like Princess Rape has a pretty good grasp on what lawyers are all about.
Oh, Maya. Where would I be without your brutally frank commentary right now? Now please go away. Is this contradiction really meaningless? But something really doesn't feel right. Take a wrong turn somewhere?
I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth.
Insight revised. Rush to the accused and try to fight her. Full-time lantern.
Now the contradiction is no more. But the truth of the matter still stands, no matter how stubbornly you deny it.
What do you have to say for yourself now, Mr. Wright?
Nick!
Your Majesty, this lawyer may have raised a trivial objection, but her benevolence's insights have no further inadequacies of any kind.
Yes, so it would seem.
Wait a second. But there is another contradiction.
Still, you flatter about, wretched beast. Though you wreck that putrid bearing of yours, nothing worthwhile will come of it.
Maya, please tell me you remember something that might help us out here.
Sorry, I really don't remember a thing. But now that the place I was standing in has changed, who knows? That alone may cause a new discrepancy with Princess Raifa's insights.
That's right. You now know that Maya was standing in the spring. A major change like that. The robe was actually draped over the warbed and he ran into the spike! Ah, that's what happened! Major change like that could very well produce a contradiction. Should take another look at the inner sanctum diagram in the court record. Confirm that Maya and Abbot Immi were standing. And then they focus on finding a discrepancy between their positions in the insights.
Objection!
Your benevolence. I found a new contradiction.
You did? No doubt it is but another of your vile attempts to slander my insights.
Nope. Take a good look at what the victim saw. It just might change your mind. The lantern flame behind the accused was flickering.
There was nothing unusual about that, especially as the wind has stirred.
No, that's where you're wrong. If the accused had been standing in the spring, then what you see here would be one of the lanterns flanking the statue.
I fail to see your point.
My point is, something is wrong here. The two lanterns flanking the statue were both outfitted with glass wind guards. So neither lantern's flame would have been flickering in the wind in the first place.
She seems pretty tickled, Nick.
I don't remember saying anything funny. Or sending her to the tickle ring of hell.
I fail to see what you wish to prove here, but... very well. I shall refine the vision and reveal the truth for all to see.
You should have the most refined vision to begin with.
Oh, blessed Midama. Not Manima, like I want to say. Oh, blessed Midama. I beseech you, fix your sight upon the lantern there.
Huh? Huh? The lantern doesn't have a wind guard on it.
And rightfully so. For the wind guard was removed to reveal the sacred flame within the rite of fire. Therefore, there is nothing odd about the flame flickering.
Say what? But when we searched the crime scene, those lanterns had their wind guards on.
That's because the police put them back on. The sacred flames have burned uninterrupted for hundreds of years, Defense. We cannot risk them being extinguished even during an investigation.
That would never fly back home. Wait, does that mean that the broken one broke after?
Well, Barthead, are you done quibbling? If so, then it is time to bow down before this testimony of the Midama. Nick!
Don't worry, Maya. I'm just getting started. And I can't wait to throw you into hell. Alright, let's go over everything we know so far. Maya was wearing Lady Kira's robe and standing in the spring. The High Priest is thought to have been moving toward her. So I should look for sensations that stand in contradiction to this argument. I won't give up. I'm going to find a contradiction that will undermine the accusation against Maya. And... select.
Objection!
That's broken. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That doesn't make any sense. If she can refine the sensations, then she should be able to do it. Your benevolence. Isn't this statement inconsistent with your vision?
Inconsistent? I think not.
Exactly. Dang it. That's but dang it. I know what I need. I just did the wrong one. There wasn't any there was an inconsistency. What are you talking about? No, this is the problem right here because this is the broken lantern.
Objection!
Oh, he didn't save. Great. I'm missing something? Did man point something out first?
I have heard enough. The trial needs not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charges filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused Maya Fey and the defense Phoenix Wright.
Guilty. Yay. Much more. Yeah, I know I'm found guilty and I'm gonna die. Let me retry from the scene. Let me try again. Me either. Dang, what am I missing? It's gotta be that part, right? There's another part with inconsistency, but I don't understand. Okay, hydrating. I'm also getting a little frustrated because I don't understand what I'm missing. There's gotta be a contradiction that I'm overlooking. There's something wrong here. What am I missing? Why can't I point out the dang broken freaking lantern, man? I know that's what the problem is, but it's... What?
Objection!
Ah! I did that! I did that combination like the first thing and... Oh! That was annoying. What? Why? What could this possibly mean? Yes, laugh at my suffering. The lantern clearly contradicts the insight. But this contradiction overturned the entire case I've been building.
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? 1 minute you shout out and in the next you fall silent.
Perhaps it is like bellow of one who is barreling down a hill with no way of stopping. Is that not right, Prosecutor Samadhi?
Don't get cold feet now, Phoenix. Even if this overturns the entire case you've built so far, the only way is to keep moving forward. Because that's where we'll find the truth. Sorry, but I'm not barreling down a hill. In fact, I'm in full control of everything with the indisputable contradiction I found.
Is that so?
The lantern behind the accused clearly, no, blatantly contradicts your insight.
Does it now?
One of the lanterns on the entrance side of the inner sanctum was broken. And if you watch what Abbott in me saw in his final moments, you will notice that the lantern behind the praying form of Miss Faye is broken. The lantern behind Lady Kira, however, is still intact. In short, we are seeing two different lanterns in this seance vision. How could this be? And even if it were so, how would that contradict my insights? Let me start by saying the claim I'm about to raise will overturn the case I built thus far.
Will the defense please explain himself?
Based on the broken lantern, we can tell man in these positions, where the accused and the victim were standing.
But did you not just finish your story that the accused was standing somewhere else?
I did, and I built my argument on that faulty premise. But thankfully, it has led us here, to the actual spot where Mia Faye was standing. What's the mark on your back?
Must say, if the defense keeps changing its assertions in such a capricious manner, its credibility may come into question.
I'm willing to take that risk, Your Majesty, because I believe this will be the last time. I'd like to start by pointing out the actual spot where the accused is standing.
Very well. Show us where you believe the accused was actually standing.
Based on the location of the broken lantern, where was Maya really standing? Right here. I wasn't thinking straight before, but now it's all falling into place. We know the victim had stepped into the spring. That means Mia Faye had to have been standing in the water as he approached. However, his memory, which has only now become clear, reveals that Miss Faye was standing by the side of the broken lantern. In other words, she was standing where she was supposed to be according to custom. Does that not bring us back to the very beginning? No. This is where things take a different turn, and I mean that literally. The victim had to have been moving toward the spring. That means that while he was moving, he had his back turned toward the accused. What's this? Do you mean to say the victim turned around during the rite? But such an image appears nowhere in the seance vision. Actually, it does appear. It's just that no one noticed until now.
No one noticed? How could no one have noticed something so big?
There was a moment when the scripture the victim was holding was all he could see. Thanks to that, none of us could tell that he was, in fact, turning around in that moment.
Objection.
It is as the defense asserts. Then her benevolence's insights will no longer make sense. How do you intend to explain that?
Objection.
I don't need to explain anything, because it's just as you said, Prosecutor Samadi. Her benevolence insights don't make any sense because they contain a huge error. Such insolence.
Huge error, you say? Do explain.
The huge error is the order of the rites, the crimes, the number of people there. I believe this is what happened at the scene of the crime. The victim was reading the sutra when suddenly he sensed someone behind him. He immediately looked back to see someone dressed as Lady Kira standing there. Wishing to see who it was, he approached the robed figure. That's when he was stabbed. This cannot be! Oh, but it can. And it is. The insights saying the accused stabbed the victim is wrong. And that And that is the real truth lying behind this testimony of the dead. Oh.
Poe!
Palonka!
Oh, are you suggesting that there was someone else at the scene of the crime?
Have I misunderstood? The voice of the Minima. Yet again. This can't be!
She fainted again. Whew, that was a close one. I managed to divine the true meaning behind the seance vision somehow. I should add these new facts to the court record. There's sanctum diagram updated in the court record.
Your benevolence, please allow me to take it from here. I will overturn the brash accusations of this faithless, putrid-minded lawyer.
Yes. I shall place my trust in you.
Bye.
Are you sure about this, Prosecutor Samadi?
My work as an international prosecutor has taken me to courtrooms around the world. And in that time, I have learned to perform lots of rites for souls and trials, lacking a seance.
Yes, of course. Forgive my ludicrous inquiry.
Moreover, I have with me a forensic investigator from overseas. I will show you all the most magnificent last rites ever seen.
I guess he really does think highly of Emma and her forensic expertise. I'm impressed that he's come to understand their value. And again, he is an international prosecutor who solves tough cases around the world. Time to hunker down, huh?
Now then, let's continue with today's proceedings. For the defense, please tell us who the third party dressed as Lady Kira was. Your new claim has negated the insights of the royal priestess, so I trust you have some evidence to support it, correct?
Yes, of course. Third party must have really wanted to kill the high priest. I'd be able to identify who it was if I had evidence of their murderous intent.
Well, we're waiting, Miss Wright.
The evidence that can reveal the identity of the third party is this. I'm gonna go with this. 3 days before the purification rites, the victim received a warning letter from an unidentified individual.
You did?
Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite." But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe this is why the high priest was murdered.
Who do you suppose sent that letter?
A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself.
Peace! I don't understand. I'd heard the Lady Kira that has been in the news of lately only hunted rebels. So, why would she have killed the High Priest?
Excellent question. Maybe it would help to think of it this way. What if the High Priest had secretly been a rebel? The High Priest? Who couldn't possibly have been a rebel?
The High Priest, devout follower of Curanism, a rebel? You even comprehend the blasphemy of which you speak. Well, do you?
I, too, found it hard to believe at first. As I continued my investigation, it started to become more and more plausible.
The third party was the rebel hunting the Lady Kira. The High Priest was a rebel. Your mockery of Curanism. No. Of the kingdom of Curin itself knows no bounds.
Whoops.
The shameless Palungan lawyer.
It's a mockery to our religion!
As a faithful Curanist, I take issue with these claims. and I am loath to admit them into today's proceedings.
I don't like where this is going.
The defense claims are but mild blasphemy, tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother.
Is it really that big of a deal, Maya?
Habit in me was distinguished monk, and very well respected too, so yeah.
Ugh, please don't let this turn into an international incident. I don't want to accidentally start a world war.
But fear not, good people of Kurin. The rantings of this putrid-brained lawyer who seeks to sully the soul of the deceased shall come to no avail once I conclude these last rites. The prosecution's assertion that the accused killed the victim remains unchanged.
But the victim was stabbed in his ottoman. How is that possible if he had his back turned toward Miss Faye? Someone else must have killed him.
Objection.
Are you sure about that? You may have invalidated the seance, but do not let it go into your putrid head. The karmic flow of this trial is, as yet, still in my hands.
How can he be so confident?
Something has occurred to me, you see. Your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand. An eyewitness who will deliver a definitive answer that will dispel the defense's doubts.
An eyewitness?
Very well. Let us call this eyewitness to the stand.
Is it gonna be Aang? Who you? Who you? Oh, you're the lizard-eating dude! Who are you? Still don't know who that is! It's him again. It's Larry!
Well, no. He has to be the shaggiest witness I have ever laid eyes upon. Please say your name and occupation.
Oh, you know, that's so-and-so, whatchamacallit? Anonymous TPD. At least that's what they've been calling me. Anonymous, really? Really, Larry? He's reminding me of Larry.
TBD, as in to be determined. Can't you just tell us your real name?
The witness has suffered a blow to the head, rendering him amnesiac. Therefore, I named him Anonymous TBD in my report, but he thinks TBT is part of his name.
Objection!
You're letting an amnesiac testify?
Have no fear. I've already questioned him in length. While it is true he has utterly forgotten his name and past, his memory of what he witnessed is still very much intact.
Consider the dearth of information. Any new knowledge may be of help. Therefore, I will permit his testimony. Now, Mr. Inmus. Emus. Now, Mr. Emus, please tell us what you saw.
What you see, Miss? Witness testimony. The night of the murder. That night, I was up at the top of Mount Pony, the mountain next to the inner sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. No, it's no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with the dagger! Wait, isn't Pony shorter? No way you saw Miss Faye stab the victim with a dagger. I swear, I don't know what he's talking about. Or don't remember at any rate.
But Pony, the beautiful mountain that is also known as the Little Sanctum.
You must be talking about the smaller mountain from the poster.
Mr. Ibis, I was wondering,
What can I do you for?
the inner sanctum lies at a high elevation where clouds and fog can obscure the view. Are you sure you were able to see what happened from the mountaintop next to it?
Good point. His Majesty raises an excellent question. Well, Mr. Emus? On the day of the rite, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. I had a perfect view. If you don't believe me, check the weather forecast in the paper that day.
Heck, don't we have the newspaper for that day?
Yeah, let's take a look. Area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. The warmer temperatures will make for excellent prayer weather. Be warned, however, there will be a cold front moving overnight. It does say calm, clear skies, doesn't it? There's already a major issue with what he's stating!
See? Told you so!
May 9th, the newspaper update and the court record.
Would it appear the witness has offered testimony worth hearing?
Okay, there's major issues, considering not only is the freaking mountaintop higher by about, I don't know, 12 meters. So it would be already difficult to see, but on top of that, there's the freaking ritual curtain around it. He can't see it.
Well, it would appear the witness has offered testimony worth hearing.
Mr. Enos, I too have a question for you.
Didn't he already question the witness?
Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Shoot!
How was the accused holding the dagger? Was she holding it underhanded, with the blade protruding from the bottom of her hand?
Yep, I believe she was. It's called a reverse grip.
Thought as much.
Hold it right there. What bearing does that have on this case? Again with the butterfly. You have issues with butterflies in this court. But I just noticed when we were in our original courtroom, it was like ghosts of butterflies, but here it's actual butterflies. What the frick?
Cease your interruptions, you putrid-haired lawyer. Cease your interruptions, you putrid-headed lawyer. Do you not see the significance in how the blade was held?
Why don't you enlighten me, oh enlightened one?
I knew you were a fool. Already picture you in your next life.
Next life?
Yes, after your soul lives for centuries in the pits of hell. You shall be reborn as a witless sea urchin, with barbs limited to your posterior. You shall live a short, inconsequential life, only to be brutally devoured by a sea otter.
Hey, at least I'll be food. Yeah, it scares the heck out of me, even worse than the last one. It sounds like I broke my computer every time. That's a bit excessive. I simply asked what the dagger grip had to do with the case.
Now, pay attention. How the accused held the dagger is of vital importance. With such information, we can infer exactly what action she took. You were saying the victim was killed while he had his back to the accused. Is that correct?
Yes?
As such, the accused's dagger grip tells us something very important. The accused approached the victim from behind, swung her arms around him, and plunged the dagger deep into his abdomen using a reverse grip.
What? Huh?
Thus, Mr. Emus's testimony clears up any doubts that might remain.
And it coincides with her benevolence's insights as well.
This is a disaster. I I'd blown those insides out of the water, but now they're back to haunt me.
Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness.
Hi, Larry. What you doing? The night of the murder. That night, I was up on the top of Mount Pony next to the inner sanctum. Are you sure you're not mistaken, Mr. Imus? Was it really Mount Pony that you climbed?
Oh, I'm sure of it. It was a really pony-ish mountain.
What does that even mean?
You know, now that I think about it, it was a mighty fine view. I ate a bunch of lizards there too. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace.
If you hate crowds, why bother climbing to the top? You could have just as easily prayed at the bottom of Mount Pony.
Wrong, bucko! This is a once-a-year epic event. I wanted to pray as close to the actual thing as possible.
If you're so gung-ho about it, why didn't you go pray at the Plaza of Devotion?
Like I said, I hate crowds. I want to pray in peace.
Oh, Holy Mother, why do I only get the annoying ones?
My burning faith demanded that I climb up the mountain closest to their sanctum.
Larry!
Also, no, it's a no-no, but since there was no one around...
Since nobody was around, there's nobody who can corroborate your actions either.
Oh! You're exactly right!
In that case, Mr. Imus, let me ask you this. Was there a reason you didn't want to be seen?
About that. If you get caught climbing the surrounding mountains on the day of the rite, you can get in big trouble.
That's it?
Yeah, it's totally embarrassing getting yelled at when you're grown up.
Yeah, you're a real grown-up, alright.
And since nobody was around, I lost all inhibition and... Use my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum.
Hold it!
Oh, why? I didn't even meet him face to face. How do I know what he looks like now? You had a pair of binoculars with you. That's pretty convenient. You weren't planning to spy on the right all along, were you?
Actually, I just happened to have them for bird watching.
Bird watching, huh? I see. You're not going to keep pressing him on this? He's sketchy as heck, but I don't really have anything I can really sink my teeth into yet.
Oh, okay then.
I love the great outdoors. That's just the kind of guy I am. A guy called Anonymous TBD.
He's really starting to get on my nerves.
Just like you. As I looked through my binoculars, I couldn't believe what was unfolding before me. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger.
Did you really see what you say you did?
Are you saying I'm lying about this? Well, I'm not. It's etched permanently into this old noggin.
But I didn't do what you say I did. I didn't even get a chance to touch the dagger on the day of the rites.
What do you mean I know that? All I know is what I saw. I've never even seen it before in my life. What possible reason could I have to lie?
Didn't expect this to be any witness out there.
But I don't remember doing that at all.
I know. The feeling the witness is lying. Must be an inconsistency somewhere in his testimony. Should take another look at the court record. I know what the inconsistency is. I just wanted to see everything he had to say.
Hold it!
Ah, dang it!
Wrong button! Okay. Yeah, we get it, Mr. Anonymous TBD. That's our ball.
Objection!
Let it go. Move on. Abandon this folly. You know very well your evidence proves nothing.
Nice try. But you can't make me give up. I'm going to prove I'm right.
You can point your finger as much as you want, but you're simply wasting your time. It is a pitiful sight to see a lawyer who doesn't know what he's beat.
I just need to hang in there a little longer.
Objection!
Okay. Not the fact that it's 12 meters height difference? Okay. Your Majesty, I had my doubts about this bushy-bearded witness, but now I know we can't trust him.
What? You ain't just judging me solely on my bodacious beard, are ya?
Not at all, Mr. Emus. It's much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony.
His testimony, you say?
Yes. Recall how the inner sanctum was that day. Specifically, that was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain.
Why, yes. I believe you're right.
The curtain would have completely blocked the witness's view from Mount Pony Pony. Therefore, he couldn't possibly have seen the murder happen.
Aha! Mr. Emus, have you been knowingly making false statements to this court?
You got me!
The witness will lower his voice. I didn't actually see the accused herself.
He didn't actually see the accused herself? What's that supposed to mean?
Let me set the record straight. I beg ya.
Witness testimony. Night of the murder. Amended.
I saw the shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. The figures were created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still night. She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused, reverse gripping that dagger.
What about the lanterns? Shadows? That's what you saw?
That's right. I could see what was going on by the shadows projected onto the ritual curtain. In the future, Mr. Emus, I'd rather you offer up accurate testimony from the start. Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistrate. Chalk it up to my fuzzy memory.
Though he saw both shadows, it is still a valuable testimony.
You have to be kidding me. What are we going to do now, Nick? All I can think of is look for inconsistencies between the actual rite and what Mr. Emus says he saw.
Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness once more.
Wouldn't have been shadows because there's enough light to equal out, so there wouldn't be any shadows cast upon the curtains. Seiko!
Saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtains.
So what you saw were simply shadows?
That's right. Those shadow figures on that bright white curtain. They showed through plain as day. I could see everything that happened.
The Miss Faye and Abba Impi were at the top of the mountain late at night. The only light up there was coming from 4 small lanterns. How could the shadows have been projected that clearly onto the curtain?
No wonder how people harp on you lawyers. You're always so dang skeptical. The lanterns were the only sources of light, you know?
The figures were created by the light of the moon on that clear.
Hold it!
He claimed to have seen shadowy figures that were projected onto the ritual curtain. Did you really see them, Mr. Emus?
Of course I did! The bright moonlight projected them onto that curtain. Clear as day! It was like watching a scene out of a horror movie from my front row seat at Mount Pony Pony.
Guess the moon does shine a bit brighter than when you're up there. Maya, do you recall how bright the moon was that night?
I remember there weren't any clouds, and the moon was definitely out. I don't remember if it could cast any shadows.
Okay, thanks. Can't deny that the moon was really bright. It means it's possible that it was bright enough to cause shadows to appear.
I remember it just like it happened. It was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accuser first gripping the dagger.
Hold it!
Hang on. How do you know it was Miss Faye if all you saw was shadows?
It was that little bud on top of her head. You didn't need to see her face. The distinctive bob's a dead giveaway. Never underestimate my keen sense of observation. Now that's one funny haircut.
That's not nice to make fun of a girl's hairstyle. I like my hair this way.
Even though it makes you look idiotic and bald.
Besides, you're one to talk, you Sasquatch.
You're not into this wild manly look I'm sporting? Shows what you know, little girl.
Hick! There's some kind of crime you can charge him with?
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way, you spoiled brat! Now he claims he saw shadows. This way has sketchy written all over it.
Then there must be an inconsistency in there somewhere.
Yep. You really watching everything from Mount Pony Pony? No, I should see how the testimony lines up with the conditions of the rite.
Objection!
Oh dang it, I'm dead. Whoops. Oh, but Larry, how could you? Well?
The defense have something they would like to say.
Dang it, I'm dead again. Ah! Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. You invoke the Defense Culpability Act. I get it. I'm dead. Just don't put me in the same grave as her. Please. Put me somewhere else. Far away from this annoying brat. Please. Oh, I also figured out where I first started hating Maya. It kind of started in the second VOD. My second stream when it was like during the Steel Samurai case when she was following me around, and then it got more intense during the third one because I was yelling at her to stay in the office and demand the phones, and I was getting annoyed by her, and it kept snowballing to a full-blown hatred. It started as a small annoyance to a full-blown hatred. The night of the murder amended. Yeah.
Objection!
Nope, not. Oh, dang it, I pressed the wrong button. I'm missing again. Just sort of slipped out.
Don't know about trials in your country, but we refrain from such rash outbursts here. Perhaps this will deter your future urges you might have.
Opening my keys in the judge's eyes, both literally and figuratively. Maybe I can work it out better. Am I overthinking this again? This another... You believe in me? Overthinking again. Is this another thing where you had to press one statement and then press another again? Is that what it is? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the lanterns casting more light than the moon overhead. Overhead moon when casts too much shadow since it's over. The right statement. I just need to find the right piece of evidence. Okay, so the rights guide is relevant. That's sort of relevant due to the weather, but it's not at this current part of the statement. The autopsy report is not relevant. Not relevant. I don't think, unless... I don't think this is relevant. Not kind of relevant. Not relevant, not relevant. Not relevant. Not relevant, not relevant. Kind of relevant, not relevant, not relevant, no. So that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of evidence that are relevant.
Objection!
Tried that. This statement, but that doesn't work either.
Objection!
Doesn't do anything. Yep, okay, and I'm dead again. Great, okay. This is like the second time I died on this part alone. Ah! If I'm on the right statement, what I'm doing is I'm using the wrong evidence. What evidence have I used and what have I not used? Yep. I got it. I got it.
Objection!
Why do I do this? Okay. So it was literally the only relevant piece of evidence that I didn't use was the answer. Of course. Of course it was. Saw silhouettes projected by the moonlight? I used that evidence in a different statement too and it confused me. Gosh dang it. Sorry, but that's just not possible. What do you mean? How's it not possible? That was totally possible. That's impossible. I think I'm going to need a logically translation on that. Let's take a look at the rites guide, shall we, Mr. Emus? The rite is held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. So if the moon was shining from the west, any shadows would have been cast eastward. But Mr. Emus was standing to the west of the inner sanctum on Mount Pony Pony.
Oh, Holy Mother.
That's right. Our witness here couldn't have seen any shadowy figures on that curtain. No way!
Perhaps it was the sacred flames of the lanterns that cast the shadows he saw.
I'm afraid not. I inspected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast the crisp, distinct figures Mr. Emus claims to have seen.
But I did see those silhouettes. Really?
But how could he, Nick? Maybe he was someplace where they were visible. Wait, don't tell me. Your Majesty, if Mr. Emus didn't see those shadows, it brings a brand new fact to light.
What? And that would be...
The brand new fact that comes to light if Mr. Emus really did see those shadows is... he was somewhere else. He wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder.
Oh? Then where do you propose the witness was?
Some place where he could have seen the shadow figures, naturally. Wait, none of the mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough for a good view. That leaves only one place he could clearly seen the shadows from.
Where might that be?
This is where Mr. Emus was at the time of the murder. The inner sanctum. Mr. Emus was at the inner sanctum, just outside the curtain on the east side. That's the only place from which he could have seen the shadowy figures. Hoo-ha!
Really? Wow, I didn't even think of that.
But wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused?
The third party who was there, you mean? I have a feeling that's a subject Prosecutor Samadi would rather not touch right now.
Oh, you mean...
That's right. This witness was at the scene of the crime, which means he is a mysterious third party we saw during the devotion seance. He could be the one who dressed as Lady Kira and killed the High Priest. Good guy!
What?
Objection.
No one but the two participants were allowed anywhere near the inner sanctum. And the only way up there are the stairs that start down at the Plaza of Devotion. So tell me, how do you propose the witness enter that sacred space?
Oh, he must have, I haven't thought that far ahead. He used the freaking prayer stuff as a parachute, and he came down. He's the escapee! He's the escaped rebel!
The sanctum has sheer cliffs on 3 sides and a steep, towering rock face on the other. No one could have made it there by climbing the faces of those cliffs.
His Majesty speaks true. Say Mr. Emus was at such an inaccessible location is but a bit to tarnish his credibility. Is that not right?
Right! I wasn't at the inner sanctum. No sir, no how! At least I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Then, what about those silhouettes you claim to have seen? I'm starting to think I've been imagining things. What? This is insane!
I knew we couldn't trust that lawyer. He's trying to frame the witness.
Peace! Peace, I say!
This is impossible. Unless I can show how he got to the inner sanctum. It just looks like I'm trying to slander Mr. Emus.
I believe in you, Nick. Rah rah, sis boom ba! Fight, fight, Phoenix Wright!
I hate you. Please shut up.
Just look at the accused. She has no shame. What's your problem, lady? Phoenix Wright is very trustworthy. I'll have you know.
She's got some nerve for a criminal. I bet that lawyer poisoned her mind.
Please, Maya. You're only making it worse. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it's probably best to keep it to yourself for now.
I would advise the defense to think carefully before making any more sudden outbursts.
Yes, Your Majesty. I wasn't the bad guy before. I definitely am now.
Now, Mr. Emus, I would like you to think back carefully before you testify next about where you were that night.
His testimony. Wasn't at the inner sanctum. I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell ya. That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. Well, you're sure scary. I guess it might have been impossible for him to get to the inner sanctum like he claims, but...
Now, will you desist in trying to frame this innocent witness?
Yeah! I'd like to see you explain how he got up there. Parachute.
Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations?
You have a major butterfly infestation in here, Judge.
A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that for each moment a sinner spends struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in hell.
Puritanism is the strictest religion ever!
And just so you know, you've already secured 200 million extra years.
Plus the 5 they started with. That's 700 million years!
Sure, that's another 200 million, give or take.
Well, it's a big deal to me. Keep saying that the witness was there at the inner sanctum. Can't prove it. Problem is, how am I going to do that? Wasn't at the inner sanctum. Never at the inner sanctum, I tell you. Are you sure you weren't there? Well, I'm sure of this. You're deeply skeptical. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, are all lawyers always like this?
Most certainly. They always try to pin crimes on innocent witnesses without any proof whatsoever. They are no better than bacteria or viruses.
Yikes! You mean he's contagious? He's gonna give me lawyeritis!
What? Hey, this is getting ridiculous.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Well, he wasn't here when I proved the child innocent. Where are you getting those lizards again? They're pretty much gonna go extinct if you keep eating them like that. Hilo sticks on the other side of him.
He was probably there at the scene of the crime when I wasn't even there! That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory.
Just said your memory was fuzzy.
I sure did. What's the big deal?
I'll tell you what. Your testimony isn't very credible if your memory of the events is fuzzy.
Oh, no worries there. My memory may be fuzzy, but I'm very clear on one thing.
Here we go again.
You asked me whether or not I remember what I did that night, I'd say I do. Short, you are confident that your testimony is true. Is that correct, Mr. Ibis? Exactly. Guess you don't get to be a judge for nothing. So, in closing, I can clearly say that I was totally not there.
You are completely insane. But Samadhi wasn't here when I proved the child innocent. He only witnessed Apollo proving, Frucy innocent.
Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place!
What if it really was impossible for you to get to the inner sanctum?
I have something to say, just say it.
Couldn't there have been another way to get there? A way that wouldn't attract attention?
No, there isn't!
Which means there is.
Perhaps the defense would share its theory with us.
I don't even have a wild guess. I load a theory, though. And to reach into my bag of bluffs. Reach the inner sanctum without attracting any attention. I know he fell from the sky. Why am I here? I know he fell from the sky, but there was another part of the thing that I wanted to, Fine, he fell from the sky. Maybe he fell from the sky.
The lawyer thinks he's a comedian now.
I was wondering what crazy theory you would propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it.
Mr. Emus could have, parachuted down. We already know the weather was clear and there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say.
Now that you have been backed into a corner, your delusions grow ever more delusional. The inner sanctum is on a teeny ledge upon a sheer cliff over 2,000 meters tall. One misstep and a skydiver would soon find themselves in the Twilight Realm.
Yeah, I don't care how still the wind was. Even I could have made that jump.
Wait, what's this building on top of the sacred mountain?
That is the Royal Penitentiary number 4.
Oh right, Princess Rafa mentioned there was a prison up there. How do you get your prisoners up there anyway?
By helicopter, but only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He's the only one who can approve flights that pass over the inner sanctum.
Mountain range poster update on the court record.
Might I also add, defense, that no parachute or any other equipment necessary for skydiving have been found.
Are you saying I flew down there by flapping my arms? I may be incredible too, but even I'm not capable of that.
Well, please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Emus.
Not like I can fly through the air either.
Hold it!
You wouldn't need to flap your arms if you had some gear.
As I have already stated, nothing of the sort was found in or around the scene of the crime.
I'd sure like to see some of that so-called gear you're talking about.
I know. Is there really nothing like that in the inner sanctum? I got hiccups! I thought there was something that could have been used as a parachute. Did you get the evidence in other look? I know what it was!
You continue to claim the witness was at the inner sanctum. Yet said claim shall remain but a claim without any supporting evidence, Mr. Wright.
Yes, I realize that, Your Majesty. I can't find any inconsistencies. Best I can always try to elect more testimony.
Boy, you lawyers sure are scary.
Now hold on. Lawyers aren't scary.
You're saying I was at the inner sanctum when I wasn't. Anyone who would try to frame an innocent man like that is scary in my book.
Lawyers are scary! Lawyers are scary! It's a setup! It's definitely a setup! I'm not trying to set anyone up! I'm going to prove evidence. I'm going to provide evidence and explain exactly how it was done.
The gallery speaks true. They know the depth of a lawyer's sin and the poverty of his virtue.
There may be some bad apples, but we're not all like that, you know. Don't worry, Nick. I'll still root for you, no matter how morally bankrupt you become.
Thanks a bunch, Maya. Now can you go set yourself on fire?
Mr. Emus wasn't at the inner sanctum. Or precisely, couldn't get there. Don't see a way out of this. Yeah, these kind of debates only get worse if you argue with them the wrong way. Right, I'll have to provide some conclusive testimony out of him to present some evidence. Like when you're trying to catch frogs from a pond. Once you get a grip on one, you better hold on tight.
Right, something like that. Why are you catching frogs?
What? Huh?
Hold it!
Oh, dang it, wrong button. Again.
Objection!
Mr. Emus is right. You can have skydived down there without any gear.
Well, now, finally coming around, have ya? Now you can see I couldn't have possibly been here there at the inner sanctum.
Right. If you didn't have any gear, that is.
What on earth are you talking about?
The overreaction is the dead giveaway that I'm on the right track. Take a look at this piece of evidence.
Those are prayer flags, are they not?
Yes, but they have been sewn together. Create one big banner. A banner that can also function like a parachute.
Blanca.
The people of Curin are so used to seeing prayer flags that the police don't even think twice about these flags during their investigation.
No, this cannot be.
The witness landed at the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Emus?
No way out. I'm surrounded.
Mr. Emus?
All this talk's jog my memory. I guess I was there at the inner sanctum after all.
As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night. You did it, Nick! Weren't wrong after all. Thanks? Mr. Emus, you were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you?
What? No way, no how.
Let me look at something.
It's like this. Oh yeah. I was only there at the intersection by accident.
By accident?
Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute. It's a homemade paraglider.
Paraglider? Are you telling me you could fly using that patchwork mess of material?
It may not look like much, but it's as sturdy as it can be. I rode the wind like an eagle, going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. But then something happened and forced me to land at the inner sanctum.
So you just happened to land there? You expect me to believe that?
No. Please calm yourself, Mr. Wright. However, the fact that the witness was at the inner sanctum is crucial testimony indeed. It certainly warrants further explanation. Therefore, let's continue with more testimony.
He's the escapee! We know this!
Ah!
Witness testimony. Hello, escapee. Mr. Arball. I was at the inner sanctum.
That evening, I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade paraglider. Just as Mount Pt25 was drawing near, something terrible happened. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. As I landed, it banged my head, causing me to lose my memory. So you see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident.
Mr. Emus, you failed to mention any of this during your pre-trial questioning.
Can't be helped. I mean, I'm just remembering it now.
Continue such slipshod testimony, and you will be cast into the hell of hangnails, where you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years.
I think I'll pass on that.
Looks like that prosecutor Samadi off guard. This is my chance to rip this case to shreds. Cross-examination. Why was the inner sanctum?
The evening I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade paraglider.
Hold it!
You were enjoying a trek through the night sky with your homemade paraglider? You didn't go to pray?
A devout Curanist like me can pray anywhere, even while flying through the air. But I wouldn't recommend you try it. You're bound to end up dead.
Paraglider? I didn't see anything like that.
That's because of the ritual curtain. It blocked your view. You should see me majestically soaring between the mountains.
Really? What do you think, Nick? Don't ask me.
I was really enjoying that flight. At first, anyway.
Hold it!
Something terrible happened?
Exactly. When I say terrible, I mean terrible.
What? Was there something unexpected near Mount Pt25?
What was it again?
Wait, you don't remember?
Let's just say it was terrible. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum.
Hold it!
What exactly was this accident you had?
Good question. No, what was it again? Wind? Oh yeah, it was the wind. And not just a wind, but a sudden gale force wind. Made me lose control.
The wind was strong enough to make you lose control.
Yeah, I got that right.
Okay then, please add that to your testimony.
Gale force winds came out of nowhere, so I made an emergency landing at the sanctum.
Had the wind been blowing the whole time around the mountain?
Yep, just the right amount of wind for paragliding. So that sudden gale force wind was a real shocker.
I see, so decent wind had been blowing until then.
Right. Paraglider's not much use without a decent wind.
As I landed, I banged my head, causing me to lose my memory.
Where at the inner sanctum did you land?
That's easy, where the paraglider ended up.
Guess that makes sense. So outside the ritual curtain on the side where the moonlight shadows were cast.
But right as I landed, I hit my head on a rock. I lost both my consciousness and my memory.
Something's seriously wrong with this guy. Well, he's been in prison for like 20 years now.
You see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident.
You're lucky to be alive after an accident like that.
Yeah, I'm just the lucky kind of guy. It's times like these that separate the men from the boys.
Wow, I'd say you were incredibly lucky. Almost miraculously, too.
If you got something to say, just say it.
Alright, Mr. Emus. It wasn't an accident, was it? You landed at the inner sanctum on purpose.
What the? No, it was an accident. I'm telling you. You don't even have any proof, so stop making things up about me.
This testimony is like a moving target. Okay, Nick. Time for some evidence. You know, really grab him by the scruff of his neck. Well, one thing at a time, Maya. First I have to find an inconsistency. Where there is constantly changing testimony, there are bound to be discrepancies and other issues.
Objection!
We have a saying in my country, Mr. Emus. From one lie spouts another.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks.
What did you just say?
You claim gale force winds caused you to lose control. This newspaper has the weather report for the day of the murder. It says, the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today.
Palaka!
Why, I do believe it does say that.
You have your own copy up there? And one lie spouts another. That makes sense, but... Yeah, please, shut up. Is it really a saying back home? I never heard of it. Please shut up. There's an incense burner over there. Go stick yourself in it, please. Yeah, I kind of made that one up. For real? Your Majesty, the witness's testimony contains another flaw. One that's even more fatal to his cause.
More fatal, you say? The defense will explain himself at once.
Mr. Emus claims he was flying around the inner sanctum with his paraglider. But it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind.
Why, yes. I believe you're right. But we know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Emus, how did you get there? And from where?
He's the prisoner escapee! He's... That's my ball! That's our ball! That's our ball! Without any wind, you couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain. By process of elimination, the only starting point that makes any sense is... Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Emus must have launched himself from here.
Are you insane?
That's where he came from?
If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the inner sanctum by parachute. And that means he might have also killed the High Priest.
What?
Mr. Emus, were you the third party at the inner sanctum? And the one behind the warning to hold the rite that the victim received? Was it you who we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira?
Yeah, it is. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sir, help me out here.
You did it! Finally left him speechless.
Oh, come on, Mr. Prosecutor, man.
Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. For a fate far worse than hell awaits you now. Well done, defense. Must concede this point to you. The witness did in fact descend to the inner sanctum from the Royal Penitentiary number 4.
Huh? He even put up a fight this time. That's awfully generous of him.
But if you are as perspective as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous' true identity.
Oh, it's true identity. I know who it is. Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something. I know! It's the rebel!
It would seem I'm the only one still in the dark here. Would the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous?
The witness's true identity is... That's our ball. Is this really him?
Only now do you realize the truth. Well, please do share with us your belated insight.
What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back?
Because I want you to go to jail and die. Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case.
Really? Are you sure?
Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison, the precision landing at the inner sanctum using only a homemade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, would have pulled that off. This witness is Dats Arbol, prison escapee and key murderer of Daruk's rebel group.
What? The witness is an escaped prisoner.
Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was under our noses the entire time.
Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise.
But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered. It isn't defense.
Boy, do I hate this guy.
Please recall the defense's own words.
Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite." But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that's why the high priest is murdered.
Who do you suppose sent that letter?
The person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. Putting something together could be terribly wrong, but maybe believe is Kira. She killed her husband because he didn't heed her warning. He did something.
He claimed that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira.
Yeah, and what's your point?
One of the witnesses' true identity.
Be a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper could have pulled that off. This witness is Dats Arbol, prison escapee and key member of Daruk's rebel group. Oh no.
He is a rebel and escaped prison. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels.
No!
Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this.
You got me. I'm the razor-sharp face of the Defiant Dragons. Is that what this weird crane hand signal is? That's our ball!
When did you get your memory back?
Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. Big fat lie? Oh, and by the way, long time no see, Yeti. Yeti? Who's Yeti? Did you used to be a rebel? Wait, they know each other?
Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell.
Oh, yes, of course. Bailiff, seize him at once.
Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, huh, Yeti? But I haven't. And no dogs of the Garen regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Elliot? What was up with the jump?
Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert.
So he was a rebel. Kinda figured.
The escaped prisoner escaped again.
The police force have been placed on high alert. Will be caught before long.
Escaped prisoner who's escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker.
Really pulled the number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway?
Well, I can't help but feel the entire episode was an enormous waste of time.
Your Majesty. Perhaps it was not as great of a waste as you might believe.
What makes you say that, Prosecutor Smarty?
That's our ball dropped something as he made his escape from these halls.
That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar.
This appears to be direct orders from Daruk.
From Daruk? The rebel leader? Oh, but we only have a small corner of it.
Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before.
You have?
Scrap of paper Dat's Arbol dropped is a part of this. Yeah, it looks exactly like this. It's just... I wonder if this is covered in blood.
And this is...
Found at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Arbol dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says.
Oh my! And just what does it say, Mr. Wright?
I can't read Curanese.
Prosecutor Smarty, if you please.
The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. Very well then.
That's not the scrap of paper, that's a random scroll!
I do not understand.
Well, what does it say?
Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape.
What? That's how he was to escape from prison?
So, if I were to assume Mr. Arbol was the one who killed the High Priest, maybe it was because Abba Imi tried to thwart his escape plan.
Foul lawyer. I'm afraid that's simply ludicrous.
Huh? But I didn't say anything. Did he just read my mind? Everyone reads your mind. You say it so loudly in your head it goes away. Well, does the door open into the courtroom or does it open out into the hallway? Because if it opens out into the hallway, he might slam them both against the wall and broke their noses.
I know how your putrid mind works. Fortunately for you, however, now that the rebels' escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that Dance Arbol is not the High Priest killer.
How can you be so sure? Again with the butterfly.
If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. Dance Arbol's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual.
What do you mean?
I'm speaking of Abbot Inni, of course. And Dance Arbol's simply donned Lady Kira's robe and made his escape alone. He would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is, therefore, unthinkable that Dance Arbol is the High Priest's killer.
Ah!
So then, you're saying the High Priest was a... Oh, I can't bear to say it.
I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threatened our kingdom.
How could this be?
A High Priest? A rebel? There must be some kind of mistake! What is that word? Are you saying shut up?
Let it go and move on. Accept the truth. It is the only way. And that goes double for you, Defense. Cease your futile battle now.
And why should I?
Because I will not put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated Dance Arbol from our list of suspects, there is only one person that still remains. The accused Maya Fey.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important?
Something important? Please do explain, Defense.
We can't end this trial without looking into the third party. Murder with the third party. I'm talking about the true identity of Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. If that wasn't Dance Arbol, then who was it?
That matter has already been resolved.
It has? What's he talking about?
Is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance vision.
But there was another Lady Kira there besides Mia Fey. We all saw her. What the? I can't do my finger point. You bound my arm. I can't point my finger. It's so limp. I can't do it. Again, doing a jujitsu. Ah! You're gonna break my arm. Hey.
It is time to let it go and move on. Fate has already been sealed, much like your arm.
This hardly seems fair.
This is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. The victim was near the spring with his back to the accused. What would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there was nothing but the warped statue.
Besides... What? Besides the rebel...
Beside...
it was the judge. I got confused.
Besides the water itself, there was nothing but the warbid statue.
Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the warped statue draped in your sacred robes.
No way!
The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision. Before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with a dagger in her reverse grip.
But why would the accused want to do something like that to create a false Lady Kira?
Show it to the victim as he was being slain.
What reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill?
It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself.
Come again?
Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if Lady Kira was there. The defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise.
Or are you saying?
I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme, perpetuated by the accused. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us.
This can't be happening.
What a face you are making, defense. I'm surprised you are taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Something has occurred to me, you see. Your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy.
You're telling me he knew this is how we turned out all the way back then? What he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me?
Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time.
It can't be!
This is an outrage. You took our royal priestess sacred deviation seance and used it to commit the most foul and despicable murder?
No! I did nothing of the sort! Maya. Nick, it's not true. I didn't...
Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to take the sacred hall.
Indeed. It seems the trial is over. Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something?
The accused is not the killer. And, here's why. Now what do I do? I've got nothing.
It would appear the defense has run out of arguments to make.
Thought for sure that the rebel was the killer. Wait, am I gonna die? Wait a second. The only person with a possible motive, the one to race this Lady Kira, has vanished. I have nothing to use against Prosecutor Samadhi's arguments. Damn it. I can't lose now. Not like this.
Very well then. I shall render my verdict.
Wait! Please, wait, I'm begging you.
It's time to let it go and move on.
The trial need not be drawn out any longer. Defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused Maya Fey and the defense Phoenix Wright.
Huh? Every time I got a guilty verdict, it was... I was supposed to get it anyway? What is this? What is this? Oh, that's annoying! Did I really fight that much just to lose?
Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... What is the meaning of this? A body has been found.
In the Plaza of Devotion, your majesty.
What's this?
A body. What happened now? And we found this sticking out of the victim.
Why, that's Lady Kira's warband dagger.
Lady Kira's. She has returned from the Tronite realm.
She has come to defeat the rebels!
Peace!
Well, it seems the dagger that was once lost has now been found.
And one more thing to report, Prosecutor Samadi.
Yes?
This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it.
What? What? But why would Mia's prints be on it?
I don't believe it. Yet it must be true.
Is something the matter, Prosecutor Samadi?
This trial has run its course and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it seemed the defense was right about one thing.
I was?
You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira.
Did say something to that effect, but what of it?
Prosecutor Samadi, are you suggesting what I think you are?
I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter has been masquerading as Lady Kira. None other than the accused Miss Maya Fey.
What? Me?
What?
His voice cracked! I didn't mean to do that!
I realize how shocking this must be. Looking back, however, I now realize there is much that pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago. The accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well.
Well, why? The timing matches perfectly.
But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Objection!
How does that prove anything?
It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there, mainly to prepare for the purification rite.
Habit in me was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever it was between training sessions.
The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing.
No! Lady Kira's warning update in the court record. So, my shot in the dark theory that it might be believed is starting to become less dark. It's starting to become lighter. I think it might be believed.
You assume that the accused is Lady Kira. That more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest.
Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping Death's Arbol escaping after all.
Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath.
Stop with the butterflies, man.
For killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel.
Who is the other guy that got killed?
Well, it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira.
If Miss Vane is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe this second murder must be investigated before we can proceed.
As you wish, your majesty. Mayor Fay, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins.
A new murder charge on top of the guilty verdict?
Seems the defense will live to see one more day.
Talk about hanging on by a thread.
Come tomorrow, a far more terrible punishment awaits you.
Hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned.
To be continued. Of course, to be continued. Great. Investigation takes about 3 hours on its own. I think you might be bullied. Hi, I forgot I put you here. I'm off in my own world. Yeah, the court system definitely sucks. No wonder there's a bunch of rebels against it. Oh my gosh. But I'm thinking about... Also, there's something going on with, Madi. Because people are talking to him and, like, he's an old friend and everything, but he just snubs everybody. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's very confusing. I mean, what happened? What was the cause? Apparently he was friends with both Apollo and a part of the rebel group, but... What do you mean prologue animation? Prologue animation for what? Be in the art library. And be careful not to, accidentally see something I'm not supposed to. Movies.
The Kingdom of Khurain, a country of spirit mediums and faith on the western edge of the Far East. Its people's lives are nourished through the wisdom of Khurainism and protected by its founder, the Holy Mother. At least, that's how it used to be.
Wait, have I even seen this? No, I haven't. I don't remember seeing you in this.
Prosecutor Sadmadhi, we've captured and detained one of the rebel escapees, sir.
Silence, officer. You're disrupting the peace of this temple.
Sorry, please forgive me, sir.
Pitiful servant of a lost cause, renounce your revolution and submit yourself to the judgment of this court. In her infinite mercy, our Holy Mother may yet see fit to save your soul.
As if I'd give in. What's the point of a court that only doles out guilty verdicts?
A dragon's eye. One of the remnant lawyers, then?
Sir, the other escapee was wearing a dragon's eye, too.
Oh, Holy Mother, as your humble servant, you would have me act to save this wretch's soul. I suppose this, too, is part of my fate.
Objection! These pork buns were frozen at the time of the crime, so it's possible they were solid enough to bludgeon someone to death with. Silence!
Interesting. And you have proof of its past icy state, do you, right, Dono?
Well, there's bound to be some evidence somewhere, you'll see.
It looks to me like we'll need to extend this trial by another day.
Do what you will.
Oh. Hey, Blackquill, you better make some funeral preparations.
Perhaps I will, for the defense.
That was great! Just a little more and you would have clinched it. Yeah, but Prosecutor Blackwell's a tough guy to beat.
Well, what are we waiting for? There's evidence to be found, so let's do this. I'm so hungry. Oh, come on, Widget.
Okay, let's take a breather. Back at the office, guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Hey, come to think of it, aren't we coming up on the end of, Miss Faye's ascetic training?
Yeah, we sure are.
No! Hey! Athena! No! No, no, no! Bad Athena! Bad Athena! No! Oh, of course you. Frick off.
That does it for this round!
Why are you not crushed under the pressure of the waterfall?
You were really into it.
Yeah, I guess I was. Didn't stop the water from being freezing, though. I thought I was gonna turn into a popsicle. But I'm not done yet. I've still got another 5 rounds to go.
I hate you.
Yep, just 5 more until you finish the Kurayan School Special Meditation course for increasing spiritual power.
Okay. Then let's get going. I mean, I'll never become the head of Kurayan Village if I don't finish my training.
The head of your own village? Then you will be just like her benevolence, you know?
Oh, really? Her benevolence, huh? You mean your princess, right? So, what's she like?
She's really nice, Miss Maya. I bet you'd like her.
No, you're wrong!
Hmm?
Her benevolence has performed the divination seance.
But I know I didn't do it!
How dare you? Are you saying that my insights contain an untruth? You insolent criminal.
There is no room for argument. I now pronounce the accused guilty.
There's
Please,
Pain
Your
just
Majesty!
standing over there doing
I
nothing.
request an attorney!
And exactly what good would a lawyer do, when all we need to know is revealed through my divination seances?
Is there nothing?
As you must surely know, the Defense Culpability Act has rendered lawyering a virtually dead profession within our borders.
Oh! Hi, Daruk!
Apollojustice is doing fine!
Athena Science is doing
All right, let's try that.
Why are you still eating evidence?
Nick, did you miss me?
No.
Can you believe that I've already finished 5 rounds of meditation today?
I
I'm
wish you
about
were
to
dead.
take on my 6th.
Oh? But I thought you were about done with all of your training.
Yeah, and I was hoping you would come visit once I was,
Hi.
Huh?
Miss Maya!
Huh?
Oh, you poor, pitiful, unenlightened soul.
Huh?
What do you want?
What's going on?
Come along quietly, and you may yet know the Holy Mother's forgiveness.
Like hell I will.
He can buy his pants, what?
I pray that you watch yourself, fair traveler. May Her Holiness grant you her divine favor.
Are you all right, Miss Maya?
Hey, Albie, who was that person just now?
Person that wants to condemn you for life.
Oh. And all I wanted was for Nick to come visit.
Maya, hey! Answer me!
That's why he left, okay. Gosh
Hey,
dang it.
Apollo. I'm gonna step out for a bit.
Huh? Okay, but where to?
To the kingdom of Kurain.
What?
And I need more pork buns for evidence. I ate them all. I saw that! Suitcase busted
It won't
open.
be long now. A phoenix approaches this land. And with him, the flames of purification and change.
That was interesting. Why did I not see that before? Why was that not shown in the actual game? Why do I have to go in here to find? Is there a prologue in all of them, or is it just that one? Just that one. What? Why didn't I see that before? It was so funny and lighthearted when we were seeing stuff in the office and what Phoenix and the others were doing, but as soon as we went to Kurin, we saw literally people being killed and murdered just for being a lawyer. Wait, I just noticed there was a badger on the shelf here. What the heck? Hello, badger. Why are you here? But that was definitely interesting. Especially since Daruk apparently knows about us before we even came to the country. And why are the lawyers all wearing dragon's eyes? Isn't that literally just promoting, hey, look at me, I'm an attorney. Come catch me. Come kill me like you do with all the others.